Hi everyone, welcome to the Sunday live stream. We've got some good guests on this evening. So we've got Richard from Richard's Vinyl Tap House joining us. We've got Joe, Racer Joe, joining us from Canada as well.
Hello.
And we've got Steve Carlson joining us as well. So thank you, gentlemen, for dropping everything and joining on to this evening's live stream. I'm just going to go through the panel real quick, see how your week's been, and maybe a VC meetup has been involved at all. Rich, what have you been up to this week, mate?
Busy week, lots going on. VC meetup? What VC meetup are you referring to? Could it be the one that this guy and I were involved with? Steve and I met up with Alex from Beer and Vinyl and did some eating and shopping and talking, and a little bit of videotaping too, and was involved. And a good time was had by all.
And Steve, did he behave himself?
Yeah. Richard makes sure, I'm just the guy holding the camera, chasing them around.
Yeah. Yeah. I was quite surprised that both of you and Alex like beer and you didn't go to a pub. What was that about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it came down to time. If Alex had to be up in Boulder sometime midday, and by the time we were done at Twist and Shout, it's like, well, I gotta go. So it didn't happen, but I'm sure there'll be a next time.
Yeah, the weather looked really good. Yeah. It was like summertime outside, t-shirt on. I'm like, what's going on in Denver?
It's like that today again. Yeah. We're waiting on winter.
One of the weirdest winters I've ever experienced in Colorado. We've had like 40s, 50s, and 60s all winter, and like one little smidge of snow. We need snow. We need bad.
Is it affecting the tourism?
Probably up in the hills. They're not getting in the mountains. They're not getting as many skiers as they should because a lot of the runs aren't open.
Yeah.
Cool. Joe, welcome back to the show, mate. How's your week been?
Yeah. I have no friends. I haven't met up with anybody. You guys are out all hanging out with each other, and I'm just sitting here. And actually, I was going to say cold Canada, but actually, it's kind of been like Richard. It's been +1, 2 in our temperature. So 34, 36-ish or whatever, something like that. I can't do the math, nor do I care to. But good. Store's good, busy. Wednesday night doing the game show, doing the regular Wednesday night live from the basement. So yeah, just another good old week. Talking to you. That's it. That takes up half my goddamn day talking to you. Sometimes.
I'm sorry.
No. Hey, I'm happy to. That's not a problem.
So the reason why there hasn't been any live streams the last couple of weeks, I've just been busy with traveling work, like literally.
I guess it must be cold where Chris is because he froze.
Yeah.
Lame. Where'd you go, dude? Come on.
Some bar rays.
He'll be back.
At least it's a nice frozen shot of him. He looks nice in that.
Well, yeah. It can't be his internet because none of us would be here, right? So I don't know. Right? I guess in theory, none of us would be here. I don't know. He's rebooting or something.
He's gone.
Oh, he left us. Okay, I guess we're in charge.
Directing in the background. Wow. Anyway, you guys were good. So.
Generally, I'm the one that has the problems when I do an afternoon live, any kind of streaming. Everybody's watching their TVs in the neighborhood, and so I start losing my internet.
Yeah, I started playing around. With OBS, which is another one that you can use, and it's good. StreamYard's great because it's just very straightforward. You plug and play, you turn things on, and other than Chris having issues, it usually works pretty well. But you're back though. I see you moving.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what is going on. It looks like you're trying to tell me I got to sign up for premium again because the deck is back. Like free trial must have come to an end. They go, oh, if you want to use the extra features, you want to be on your own show.
yeah. If you'd like to be on your own show.
It's helpful.
Okay, so sorry about that. So I've been traveling mid Wales. I've been to Bristol for VC meetup with David Atkinson and Cam, which was amazing. Never experienced a record fair like that in my entire life. There was 3 floors, and it was jam-packed with sellers. If I'm being honest, a bit overpriced.
Yeah.
I know you've got to make money, but some of the stuff was like double the price you can get on Amazon. And I was on Discogs. He was even more expensive than he was on Discogs. I think they're trying to attract the younger crowd who just started interacting. There was a lot of youngsters there, which was cool. I thought that's cool. But they're all looking for the same thing. They're looking for their Billie Eilish. They're looking for their Taylor Swift. They're looking for their Beatles. You know, the Dylans, the usual suspects, I call them.
All us old dudes have already found all our Beatles and all that stuff that we have already looked for. So
yeah, so it was cool. And then traveling, I went to Newtown, done a quick video. And yes, Steve, they did have flowers outside.
All right. Okay. Just checking on that one. Now, hey, Chris, I do want to ask. So you traveled 4 hours to go to this record show, 3 floors packed with stuff. You must have had 50, 60 records.
Yeah, I picked up 2.
Wow, cool.
But I will say this. So David Atkinson is doing a purge at the moment. Okay. So I bought like 10 albums off him on the day. So I was quite aware my wallet took a battery before I even entered the record fair.
Okay.
Sure. That's fair.
So yeah, he's been giving me some stuff, and I was like, well, I'll have that, and that, and that. Just bring it to the record fair. I'll give you cash. Job done. And then I picked up 2 albums.
Perfect.
But yeah, it was a cool day. We'll definitely do it again. Going to meet up with Cam and David again. I think there's another one in October time, so it gives me enough time to save up.
Like another one in that same spot is that kind of there's got to be more than one, but that looked like, I mean, I don't know if it's the biggest, but it was pretty damn big, right?
I think I'm talking to David and Cam. It's between that and Birmingham NEC.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's huge. It's but you have to. We got there really early, which was a good thing, so we could like kind of track what we wanted. We had a list of stuff, and everything on the list I didn't get. Got something else, as we usually do. But yeah, but it was fun. It was really fun. Usually the fairs I go to are in chapels or churches, halls, which are really small. And this one was just you walk in, it's like, oh, where do I start? Kind of situation.
That is, it gets overwhelming. You don't know where to go, and the one here, I've kind of learned the vendor I want to go to because most of them, like you said, are overpriced.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's get things rocking and rolling. That has been my week, my last couple of weeks, which has been manic, crazy busy. But I've loved it. So it's cool. Today, because I've been traveling a lot, I came up with this while I was stuck in a traffic jam in mid Wales behind a tractor by traffic lights. So I thought, right, okay, let's do a road trip playlist, which I should have done before I left the house 2 weeks ago. And I came up with the idea. I was like, you know what? We'll do it for a live stream. What are you putting on a playlist? Wherever you're going. Say if you're doing a VC meetup, or if you're traveling for work, or you and the missus or whoever decided, we're going to do a road trip. We're going to meet some friends, family, that kind of stuff. So that was the idea behind this. I will go first. I will kick things off. Oh, good. It works.
Yeah.
For now, don't jinx it.
No, it's good. It's good.
So I thought if you're going to do a playlist, you have to start here really as the number one song. So I went with the Cars. And obviously, this is an amazing album from start to finish, but I went with Drive. I know it's predictable, but I thought, screw it.
But it's a great song.
It's a great song, exactly.
Yeah,
Never a
guess
need
what?
to apologize.
It's the greatest hits.
It is.
Yes, I saw that.
So yeah, pick this up from a charity shop for £1.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that good music for £1.
So yeah, it's cool. Would like to get another album from the Cars, I think.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yes. Goes out.
Candio. You know what? You can't really go too far wrong, even up into the end of them. But yeah, but the first one for sure. Candio. Yeah.
I'll do the second. The first one's like the greatest hits album.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
Okay, I will take your advice, and if I see another one in a charity shop, I will pick it up. Okay, let's keep rock and rolling. Nothing in the chat. So we'll head over to Richard next. I think. So
Let's
what
do that.
is on your playlist, mate?
Oh, I have quite a playlist. So my thinking for this was a combination of things. At first, I was thinking, the United States road trip is usually a cross-country jaunt where you're driving for hours for several days over. For that, I usually play I'll just play or stream or whatever my thing is for an entire album and just go from there. But to come up with a playlist, I based it on a playlist I already have on Amazon Music. So thanks to Mazzy, this has become my lead track for almost any playlist if I go on a road trip, which I haven't done in a long time. And Steve knows exactly which album this is because we were in the same store at the same time on Record Store Day and picked up Dada. And of course, the song on this is Disneyland because, what's a road trip? You're going to Disneyland. It's spelled a little differently, but for legal reasons, they had to. What a great album. I love to sing. The whole thing is excellent. I'm glad we were able to pick it up, but Steve and I know when we picked this out of the rack, we went, wow, they have it. Then we looked at the price and yeah. This was a pricey bugger, but even Alex was saying, I guess this was pricey everywhere. And even, resale, it's still a pricey bugger.
Mm-hmm.
But, probably justifiably so, because a lot of work went into it. Really cool kind of purple swirl job going on. Lots of extras. I have the OG CD of this from way back when, but this is an excellent album, and I figured, hey, where are we going? We're going to Disneyland. I might as well start a playlist off with that.
Are you going to buy their next album? It's on Record Store Day. I think it's the third album.
I'm going to look for it. I've never heard it, so I don't even know if it's... Yeah, I might stream it beforehand, just kind of get a feeler out for it. It may not be worth, spending another...
56. Yeah, it's over 50.
Oh,
adjusted.
It's just wrong for one album, or was this two? I can't remember. But
I wanted to get that album, but wasn't available in the UK for Record Store Day. Do you think that's going to be re-released anytime in the future? Have they mentioned anything at all, Rich?
I haven't heard.
I remember this one listing on the RSD list as a first.
Okay.
The RSD first, where they come up with them later. But I haven't. Sometimes that doesn't happen for years. I can't imagine it's not going to get a repress. It would have to. I think. I hope.
Okay. Cool. Right, we got a little comment here. Hello, Mr. Walker. I think he's supposed to sell Stellar panel, not Seller. I didn't see Steve.
Over there.
I mean, if you're gonna take a shot at a guy, at least spell it right, Rob. What are you doing? Come on, man.
Oh, great. Okay, we'll keep things rocking and rolling on my side. So we'll go to Steve next. So
I'm a very calm, chill individual until I get behind the driver's wheel. And then suddenly I turn into an asshole. I just get out of my way and don't you dare drive the speed limit. I mean, I don't got time for that crap. So the first one, Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. Because if someone passes me, I'm screaming for vengeance. And I want to go around them. And I mean, I don't know why in driver's ed, when I was learning to drive, they would say, you know, there's a speed limit. There is? I know, but you know, I can't drive 55. And I do not have that in my playlist. But Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance is my theme song in the car or truck.
Very, very good selection.
There we go.
Yeah, mine was gonna be. You got another thing coming though. So, but that whole album's pretty good. I have Turbo as well, and I don't have a problem with that album. I just chose to go with that. Turbo Lover, everybody kind of tripped on that for a Judas Priest song, but I like it, so I have no problem with it. I got my racing hat on. I got my Jackie Stewart hat on as best as I can, anyway, as close as I can. And you're all probably thinking, but Joe, why aren't you watching the Daytona 500? Well, because I'm not. So I'll leave it at that without getting into the politics of NASCAR and all the crap. But F1 started. We've got all the liveries are out, so that's kind of cool. IndyCar starts soon, so I've got that coming up. So yeah, when Chris said, hey, we're going to do car stuff, I said, I kind of like cars. I'm coming in. So I'm going to start with a mellow one, though. So because the road trip depends. We're not like the UK where it takes you 5 minutes to get to the next city or country or town or whatever. For the most part, anyway, it takes a little longer, much like the United States, where you got to go cross country. And a Route 66, hopefully, is sometime in my future. Anyway, enough yapping. I went with Bruce Springsteen, and the specific song, because not every song has to be fast, is Racing in the Street. This is my favorite Springsteen album. That's one of my favorite songs. Thankfully, he did it live, because I might have had to have gone and found him if he didn't. He did it at one of the shows, not both of the shows, so it was kind of cool. I was glad I went to both, but fantastic album. Bruce has just been putting stuff out lately between the Nebraska reissue and then the box set. There's the big live one coming out for Record Store Day as well. And just because I can, bear with me for a second, we're going to go to Car Cam. So I've got Car Cam for us tonight as well. So for those that are in the know, and I think there are some of us that are the proper age, we've got the Starsky and Hutchmobile, right?
Yep.
There you go. David Soul. I can't remember that song now, but there you go. So that's the car, not necessarily associated with, because it was a 69 Chevy that Bruce was driving with the 396 at the beginning of Racing in the Street. So there's car number one to go along with album number one.
Cool, mate. Okay, so nobody wants to speak in the panel tonight in the comments, so which is great for me. It makes my life a lot easier. Now, I can put a little turn on this. Get the pun. I went with this band, Travis.
Hey, I know that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that album. It's a good one.
They were massive in the UK from 97 onward, I want to say. This came on white vinyl. Pretty cool. This is the anniversary colored vinyl limited edition. This came out for National British Album Day. So they started re-releasing albums that were iconic. So there's the front. Sorry, Joe, there's no gatefold on this one. They were kind of lazy. I wish they did, but there is a box set you can get, which is a ridiculous amount of money for extended B-sides and rarities and live in a church and all that crap.
Yeah. Live in the church and all that crap. I got it. I've listened to it once. I haven't sat down and listened to it thoroughly, but I did put it on once. So I enjoyed it.
So I could have gone with a few. There's quite a few bangers on you. You've got Right Into Reach You, Driftwood, Why Does It Always Rain on Me? But I went with the song Turn.
Very nice.
which is one of my favorite Travis songs of all time. If I'm being honest, this is kind of their peak. It's an amazing album to get. But yeah, I love it. It's kind of slower, kind of rock indie. They came out just after Britpop, kind of massive after Oasis, Blur, Pulp, that kind of era. So Travis, the man who, and the song Turned, which I was trying to do while I was driving. So there you go.
Yeah. And that's what about 3 or 4 into their catalog, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Ish, something like that. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, I enjoyed it the first time through, and I had it on background. I haven't sat down and listened to it yet. So, but I enjoyed it.
Driftwood, you need to check out. Right into Reach You. It's a good album from start to finish, actually. One of them. There's 1 or 2 fillers, but most of it is pretty good.
Cool. Good.
Cool. All right. Oh, I could really do with a pint. What have we got, Rich?
Here you go. Cheers. For the beer snobs of the world, it's Murphy's Stout. So good. I have that album, by the way. I have it on CD. I don't have it on vinyl. Every time I see it on vinyl, it's stupid money.
Yeah.
But okay, I have a story behind this choice. And it takes me all the way back to 1989 when I left home for the first time, got a job here in Colorado, different area, different part of Colorado. So I'm driving from my hometown all the way to Colorado to live on my own. And I was going to Where the Streets Have No Name. So this is a twofer, by the way, because there's another song on here, and I picked this for a reason. So this is the 12-inch single from the Joshua Tree singles collection. And I love that song. I remember seeing them in 1987 on the Joshua Tree tour. And Streets, when the Streets Have No Name kicks in, I was in tears because that was just a religious experience in and of itself. You're seeing U2 on the frickin' Joshua Tree tour, first of all. They were the biggest band in the frickin' world by then. But yeah, that was an amazing show. But then this album, topped my U2 list for the longest time. But at the same time, now it's like, I've played to death. But I still love Streets. Streets is a great song. It just keeps you going. And there's a sing-along, too. The other little sing-along on this is on a B-side with a song called Silver and Gold that didn't make the cut, and I absolutely love that song. It's also on Rattle and Hum, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, because I pulled Rattle and Hum, and I went, oh, wait, Silver and Gold's on here, too. So I get a twofer. Now, the neat thing about this is when I pulled this, I haven't played this. This is, I'm doing that vintage vinyl series. I have not played this in probably 20 years plus. Discovered inside, I had 2 7-inch singles from the same session. So I have the One Without You single, which is probably pristine and practically unplayed from 1986, 87. And this is I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For single. So I don't know I can't remember if that's a complete selection of all the singles that was released. There might have been one more, but all in one little handy dandy package. I'll get my YouTube fix. But yeah, so here I am driving away from my hometown to Colorado playing, and the first song was Where the Streets Have No Name. Because I was pretty much going where the streets have no name. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Awesome.
Look who's here.
I saw that.
It's Sam. Hey, mate.
Yeah.
How's it going?
What's up?
You lovely sods.
On us sods, but that's okay. Yeah.
And he's leaving some comments, so I'll just pull them up real quick. No one ever left alive in 1989. I don't know what's going on, but I'm on catch up, and I didn't realize he was leaving so many messages. Tufu, Hardly Know Her, and the song. So, thank you, Sam, for joining us. Appreciate it, mate. Hope you are well. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your missus.
First one.
This one, I was going to say, it's all literally, it's all downhill from here on.
Come on, man. First married one. I shouldn't say first one overall. First married one. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. We will keep things moving along. And I'm going to go to Steve next.
Right. So continuing with my aggressive driving behavior, ACDC Highway to Hell, because there's no stoplight, no speed limit, nobody's going to slow me down. It's just like the most perfect song for me. It reminds me when I was working in Puerto Rico, I was at a stoplight, and I'm waiting, and there's a cop behind me that's blinking his lights and telling me to go. He didn't understand why I was sitting there stopped at the stoplight. Just go, man. No one's coming. So, all right. And you never stopped at stop signs. You just went through them. And the speed limit didn't mean a thing. It was Highway to Hell in Puerto Rico, and it was wonderful. I've never broke so many laws in my life as there and felt good about it. Well, actually, I never feel bad about it. But, my wife really doesn't like driving with me at all, but she won't drive, so she's stuck. She spends her whole time hanging onto this handle that's up on top of the door, or she's slamming the dashboard. That means slow down. Bam, 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 bam. And I don't understand. So.
Brakes? What brakes? We don't have brakes.
Yeah, where we're going, we don't need no stinking brakes. Right?
Bingo.
Yeah, Liz is exactly the same, Steve, and me. She's like, there's a car in front of you. I'm like, no shit, we're on a motorway.
Exactly. Yes. She's always like, she explains to me everything I see. Yeah, I know. I'm there. I'm driving. I see it.
I can see it.
Oh goodness.
Steve, have you noticed since you moved from Michigan over to the west that speed limits get higher and higher as you go west?
Oh yeah. I remember the first time. I had the kids. We were going camping in Montana, and they didn't have a speed limit at that time. That was awesome. Except I was pulling a trailer, and I couldn't go as fast as I wanted to. But wow, love those guys.
Yeah, I think that changed now, though, right? I think they actually did change it, but that's not that long ago. That's like within the last 20 or so years that there was still no speed limit. Not everywhere in Montana, but on certain roads. Yep. And the nice thing, too, is that, like, I don't know if it was I-95, because is it I-95 that goes across? I can't remember. One of the interstates goes all the way across up there. So, but good work if you can get it. Yeah, Joanne's the opposite. Actually, she's like, okay, old man, let's go. So I'm not sure. I used to save it for the tracker. That at least that used to be my excuse, but now I don't even have that. So anyway, okay, next up, not Mellow this time, and I just picked this album up, and you can show this. Yeah, I can show this. Rob Zombie and American-made music to strip by, and of course Dragula, the main one off of here. But I was actually listening to this, as you guys are well aware, before we came on. It's just good, and that's my kind of concert. Now I love a good singer-songwriter and a dude on a stool with a guitar, but I'll take Flames and I'll take a little Rob Zombie. Yeah, I can show the back too. I think that's fairly safe. She's covering up all the bits, but Rob Zombie and American-made music to strip by, again, which I just picked up. And then our car this time is going to be, baby, it's going to be I was going to say Wayne's car. That's not Wayne's car, but that is Austin's car. I don't think that's him officially in there. Let's see. No, I don't think that's him officially in there. But there you go. Car number 2 is a little bit of Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. There you go.
And I love the Tyco racetrack. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, you got to come over someday because there's a whole racetrack over there. That's where these come from. So they're not die cast. They're actually the slot cars. They're the 132-second slot cars. Yes, I am a 60-year-old child, but I love it, and I don't care. Come down to the basement and play with my race cars and play my albums, and away I go. So,
yep. Those Austin Power films were just nuts. That's like, do I turn you on, baby? Do I?
Speaking of Rob Zombie, that Rob Zombie Marilyn Manson tour is coming to Denver. And I'm going, ooh, tempting.
I think it'd be good. You know, I can kind of take or leave Maryland for the most part because he's a bit whacked, but I think it'd be a great show. They've done that before too. They've done that tour before, and they were playing here close. I didn't go, but probably if they come again, I would go to that. So
Sure.
Good. Yeah, it's one of them artists I think I'd love to see live. He's never going to come to Cardiff, but you know, it's going to be traveling to London situation. Right, I'll just go through the comments real quick. Sam is saying, "Thanks, fellas." Rob is you. He's saying, "Vinyl sex cassettes forever."
I'm waiting for the 8-track reissue.
yeah. The revival, the 8-track revival, right?
Exactly.
Sam saying, "I'm heading on Echo somewhere."
I think he's saying he's hearing an echo somewhere. I am too. I've just chose to ignore it for the most part, but I'm not sure who is echoing. But yeah, there is a little bit, Sam.
It's probably me, mate. Knowing my luck.
Yeah, it is you. I just didn't want to say it. I don't. I'm not sure.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to pick a Canadian artist.
Okay. Let's see if I know who it is. I do. I don't have any of this stuff, but I know who it is.
The Weeknd. And yes, this is the highlights. This is the greatest hits. I have got another album of his that he brought out 2-3 years ago. Amazing. Love to see him live. But yeah, love The Weeknd. I will show you the inside. There's nothing to look at apart from him. So there you go. I think this is on black vinyl, is it? Yeah, it's on black vinyl. And the track that I was going to put on my playlist was Blinding Lights.
The high beams coming at you, right?
See what I did there?
Very nice.
So yeah, but this is a brilliant greatest hits. So you've got Save Your Tears, Blinding Lights, In Your Eyes, Can't Feel My Face, Feel It Coming, Starboy, Heartless, The Hills, Die For You, The Morning, After Hours. I just like the artist, which is completely as far away from my taste in music that you can possibly get. But I just love him. And yeah, brilliant. I just love the artist. The Weeknd, phenomenal. So yeah, there you go. Blinded Lights.
A good Canadian kid.
Yeah.
And it's good to diversify your interests. This is now if we can get you into jazz, we'll.
No.
No. He said that very quickly. No.
No, I've literally given Cam Duke Ellington album that I've tried. It's just noise.
No.
I'm trying like okay.
You haven't found the jazz that clicks with you yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can listen to Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Miles Davis album that Cam told me to check out that's a tribute to somebody, and I can't remember the top of my head.
Jack Johnson.
Yes.
Jack Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that may change your mind.
It's more funk.
Yeah.
It is.
It's really good. Very good.
Which he said that I may enjoy, and that may be my gateway into jazz. But yeah.
When I was young like you, I wasn't into jazz either. It took a while, so you got time.
So I just, and to be honest, all these jazz albums, like Steve shows jazz albums, and other people I watch like Cam shows jazz albums, and I'm like, it looks amazing. It looks amazing. But then when I sit down, I don't know. It's kind of like my Bob Dylan situation. I just can't stand it. And I'm like, I don't know. And like Liz loves it because she's a musician and she's a music teacher.
She's a musician. Yeah.
So, but I have got a French, I think she's Canadian French jazz singer, Marilyn Peru.
Not familiar.
So you've probably heard her album in a Starbucks somewhere. It's kind of the background music,
I think jazz can certainly be like being a Scotch drinker. You make a few faces to begin with, but then once you start to get into it, you start to get into it a little bit. So there's definitely some anyway. We're not here to argue the points of jazz to get you to start listening to it, but still,
yeah. I used obviously, I used to work on cruise ships in America, and they used to have jazz clubs on the cruise ships. The highlight for me was sitting down drinking whiskey and listening to it in the background. It might have been just the whiskey, if I'm being honest, but
it might have been. It might have been.
So yeah, Rob feels the same way about Bob Dylan. So there you go.
Rob might feel a little more, even a little harsher about Bob Dylan than even you are. Maybe not. I don't know. You guys are equal.
Well, the weird thing for me is that I absolutely, and Rob got me into these, I absolutely love the band.
Mm-hmm.
But Bob Dylan just doesn't.
Well, it's the vocals. The band has the vocals worked well together. Bob Dylan. So, yeah.
Go on, Rich. Do the impression of the week. Go on, Rich.
Oh, how did it feel?
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, if you can just find a Bob Dylan jazz album, you're in, Chris.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
true.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's keep it moving then. Rich, over to you, mate.
My turn. I'm glad I have like a plethora of things to choose from, so I can I can choose. This would be one of those albums that I literally could play all the way through. I love every song. I can sing every song, which is what I like doing when I'm on any road trip and playing music, is singing at the top of my lungs. So I'm going to go with Van Halen 5150.
Very nice.
Not for Sammy, but it's Van Halen, and this is one of the better of the Van Halen catalog. Why Can't This Be Love? Or I could pick almost anything on here. It's probably going to be like Summer Nights or something like that. That's up tempo and fun that you can drive along, play along, and have a good old time. Saw them on this tour. We were sitting up in the nosebleeds, and the sound kind of sucked from where we were because we were in kind of a dead spot, which never is fun. But still, I'm like, I saw the frickin' 5150 tour. Oh my God. And Eddie's running up and down everywhere, and Sammy's chasing him. It was a great time. But yeah, great album. This is my OG from back in the day, and it still is a player keeper. Yada yada. I think I might have. Yes, I do. I probably showed this before. But from the Minneapolis Tribune, I cut out the review article
Hang on,
a
Rich.
couple of days after that show. So I have that. And sorry. Hello.
Very nice.
And in my CD, I still have my ticket for that ticket stub for that show, and it was like $15.50 or some ridiculous cheap price. Where I'm like, that same show now would be what, $300?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. On the rest.
Yeah. So there you go, $51.50.
Cool, mate. Very cool.
Very nice.
Okay. We will go to Steve next. Over to you, mate.
Well, I got a Bob Dylan album that I have. No, actually, this person I believe was an acolyte of Bob Dylan. Really, followed him, and that's Ted Nugent. Yeah, him and Bob were like that. Stranglehold. I love that song. Stranglehold has like one of the greatest bass riffs going on. And it you just keep rocking. It goes on for like 9 minutes, and you're just going and going and going. And God bless it, that's a fun song. This is a nice lo-fi or whatever. Yeah, lo-fi. It's my only Ted Nugent album. It's the only one I need. It has with Stranglehold on there, but when that comes on, you hit the gas a little faster. You just go a little bit quicker because it's so cool, and you're just bobbing your head, and you're just kind of because that bass line's awesome. So, Ted the Sledge.
Good
See,
choice.
I think you can get out of certain tickets. It depends on the police officer and if they are a fan of the song that you said. But man, I was listening to X, so I couldn't help myself. And if they're a true fan of X, then they can't give you the ticket. I think that's actually a rule. They teach you that in state trooper school.
Somehow I have gotten out of every single speeding ticket. I used to get one a year when I was younger, and I got out of because I'd usually be dressed, for work in a suit and that nice, young looking, and they, gee, officer, was I speeding? I know. Yeah, it always worked. That's all I know. I kept my record clean.
That's good. That's good.
Cool. Yes. Some of these songs that I'll probably show will cause my license to go away. Especially the lanes I've been up in the last 2 weeks. Oh, that was a bit fast going around the bend. Watch the sheep.
Watch the sheep. Yeah, sheep.
Joke for sheep. Jesus. That's funny. That's pretty good. Sheep.
Yeah. I'm glad you got the joke, Joe. But literally, there are sheep in Wales everywhere. Like you cannot. We get a lot of flack from the English saying, "Oh, you sheep shaggers," and I just turn around and go, "Well, we shag them and you eat them." So,
and on that note,
it's you, Joe.
Yeah, to me, thanks. Yeah, thanks very much. Might steal this one from Richard. Not sure if he will or not, because I know that he and I are both fans of this gentleman, and that happens to be Mr. Fraley. Unfortunately, passed away last year. But this is a killer album. I don't need to say a whole bunch more about it because I've talked about it ad nauseum before on other shows. But Speeding Back to My Baby and Rip It Out, and as soon as you hear it, and of course New York Groove off of here. But this whole thing, even Snowblind and Ozone, this is a car driving fast. Steve, you could use this one on your trip, I think.
There
as
we
well.
go. Yep.
Wiped Out. You don't want that, especially there's a little sheep right there just beside it. Anyway, there isn't, but that's okay. But yeah, the whole album is just definitely car driving, fast driving. Let's get where we're going. Speed. So, and with that said, we'll go to Car Cam quick here. Let me bear with me for a second. As I mentioned, we've got Formula One has begun in the next little while. Now, this is actually a Red Bull car. Boo, everybody, boo. But the color is correct because I'm a McLaren guy, so I don't actually have a McLaren diecast. But so we went with the orange. Unfortunately, it's a Red Bull, but papaya all the way. So there you go. There's Car Cam. An older actually. I don't even know who was driving this one. Oh, look. Let's see who was driving this one. The name is usually on there. No, I'm not sure. I don't know if that was What's His Lips or not. But anyway, there you go. Car Cam. Cool. I don't think Max was around at that time. I don't remember if he was or not. I don't think so.
No, I was going to say Weber, but that's going too way back.
Yeah, maybe. So,
okay, it was a matter of time before this artist got pulled. It's the Stereophonics.
I have that album too.
And the one I have chosen is called Dakota. It's their only number one single. I've actually got, which is the only 45 I own, which is from this single, which is Dakota as well. It's pretty cool. This came on. Oh, it's a little pink vinyl. You see, you can see through, but it is
pretty.
actually pink. And on this is the only one I've got that I've kept the shrink wrap because I've literally put it into this album. This came on a purple vinyl, so
Nice.
So limited edition. It's got some good songs on this one. 2005 this came out. So yeah, cool. You've got Superman, Doorman, Brother, Devil's another good one to listen to. You've got Deadhead, Real. So yeah, bit of the phonics, as we say in Wales. So
Dakota starts off side one of a greatest hits that some dude sent me a while ago as well. So it's good. It's very good. I'm glad that it's not that I wasn't listening to you when you were talking about them before I got them. I just hadn't got around to it, but I'm very glad that I did in fact get around to picking some of their stuff up, and then of course you sending me that best of and stuff. So yeah, just good stuff, really good stuff.
Steve, I know we've spoken. I'm trying to get the album, but it's out of print. Bear with me, mate. I will get it to you, right? My mission in the VC is to make sure all my friends have got a Stereophonics album. Richard got one, right? Brian's got one. Rob's got one. Daryl's got one. Richard's got one. Joe's got. Well, Joe's gonna have the entire catalog if we carry on at this point. But I haven't forgotten about you. Trust me, okay?
No worries.
I'm just waiting for the record store to get them in because they've had to. It's been such a big demand from me. So.
Because of you.
Because of
yes.
But yeah, cool. Okay, let's go to Richard. So, what's next on your playlist?
I'm digging way back into the archives, and I know for some people, this band is polarizing because they go right to certain songs and go, "Oh God, not that band! They suck! They're terrible." But there are some good Styx songs out there.
There are lots of good Styx songs. Yeah,
I agree completely. Especially like all of that Wooden Nickel stuff from way back when. I have all of those. They're great. But I'm picking Pieces of 8. It's a gatefold. Gotta show you. Da 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 da. This is probably, to me, this is one of their rocking hard albums. And again, an A&M original from back in the day. I have played this to death, but it still plays well. What song should I pick from here? Let's see. I'm going to go with probably Renegade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Renegade. Blue Collar Man's okay. I think, yeah, Renegade rocks hard enough that I could, or Queen of Spades too, any of those. But yeah, cool liner notes. It actually had lyrics you can read, unlike the CD era where you needed a microscope.
Mm-hmm.
But it's true. Yeah, people who go, "Ooh, Styx, Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto," you haven't heard the better era of Styx. And I saw them. Who opened? Oh God, it was a double bill. It was Styx and it's eluding me. It wasn't Steely Dan. That would be crazy.
yeah.
But it was. I can't remember. But it was a really good show. And say what you will about Styx, they could sing, they could play. They're tighter than a duck's butt. And there you go.
Cool.
And back out on tour again this year too. I thought I saw them starting up some sort of a tour, and great show with Gowan now, obviously singing all the Dennis stuff and that. But Tommy still, from what I remember a few years ago, Tommy sounds good, and yeah, lots of good stuff. Sure, I don't even hate Mr. Roboto. I can hear that every once in a while, and I'm okay with it. The older stuff much better, but I don't even mind that stuff. So, and even Babe, things like that. So.
Yeah, and the sappy ballads I kind of draw the line with. It's like, yeah, they were fine for a while, but then you hear them on the radio 85 times. It's like, God, if I hear Babe one more time, I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. Thank you, Richard. Right, okay. Just a quick one then. If anybody's going to start with Styx, where are you going?
Probably
Grand Illusion. For me, it's Grand Illusion.
Yeah,
Grand Illusion or Pieces of 8, either way.
Yeah, or Pieces of 8.
Okay. Just thought I'd ask the panel while you're here. I thought, right, okay. Let's see where they would go. Right. Okay, Steve, what would you make? What's on your playlist?
My number one album from last year, Skloss. And on here on Skloss, they're out of Austin. It's a husband and wife duo, and it's really pretty vinyl. Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
There is a song called A Pattern. It's The Pattern Speaks. You can see they have a video on YouTube on it. The Pattern Speaks. This is hard metal drone. Lots of distortion and riffs. Their singing kind of gets buried, but I mean, it's head banging. It's not heavy metal. It's just, I mean, this drone is pretty intense. This music just comes out, and I find it so exciting. It blows my hair back. It's like, wow. And I've yet to put this album away. Karen Skloss is the drummer, and her husband Sandy's on guitar, and the amount of noise that they can make is incredible. But this was their debut album, and it's The Pattern Speaks is the name of it, from Skloss. And yeah, it's just, when I put this on, it's repeat, repeat, repeat. And people drive by. Well, actually, they don't drive by me. As I drive by them, they go, what's the guy in the car? What's he doing in there? So,
very nice.
Cool. Very cool. Right. Okay. Over to you, Joe.
Sam has a pretty good lineup. He suggests there in answer to your question earlier. He's got a couple of different bands in there as well. Yeah. So, man, I listened to that. I don't know if you saw or not, but I listened to Band of Joy by Robert Plant a couple of days ago at the shop. What a great album. I hadn't listened to that, if I had it ever recently, but really, really good. So latter career on his own, but good stuff. So, okay, let's see. I'll continue on with I'll slow it down again. What the hell? It's time for a pee break. So you got to slow it down a little bit. And what we're going to go with, and I'm not sure if Mr. Jason Arsenault will ever watch this or not. Not for any other reason than he might just not get around to it. But he always said, Joe, if you don't want that album anymore, you let me know and I will take that from you. I believe it was Jason, along with a few others. But Bob Seger, from the middle time of the Bob Seger system to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, where it was just Bob Seger back in 72. But, and who's all on here? Oh, Greg Allman. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him or not, but there's a whole bunch of other people on here, but just great stuff. But of course, the big one on here is Midnight Rider, but more so Turn the Page. Again, if we're slowing down a little bit, but kind of a very stereotypical road song. I think everybody knows the story, right? And the fact that you're on the road and you're in the band and you're tired of being on the road and people are pissing you off and you try not to kill any of them and you just move on to the next town and play the song again. So yeah. I like Metallica's version. I like Bob's version. I think it's just a fantastic song and it lends itself to both of their styles for sure, because Hetfield singing it sounds really good doing it. Metallica does a great job, and they actually did it live when I saw them in Minneapolis a couple of years ago. So it was very good. Very good. Yeah. Because I don't think they do, but it was part of that 2-day show. So I think they threw it in along with some of the other stuff off Garage Inc. But let's go Car Cam. Again, it is the Daytona 500 today, but based on my dislike for a lot of the shit going on with NASCAR these days, I'm not watching. I am protesting. I haven't watched a race for forever. Not that any of that matters, but there's a nice old classic NASCAR. Look at that, the 426 cubic inch.
Yep.
And yeah, she's a pretty cool one. So there you go. Car Cam, seeing as we're talking about road trips and things like that. You can't take that one on the road. Well, you can take it on the road, and what are they they're not gonna catch you in it anyway. So what the hell? Just go.
Yep. Joe, if it makes you feel better, Daytona is next weekend, so you can still see it.
Oh well, there you go. See,
yep.
That's how little I've been paying attention. So
I'm a big car racing enthusiast. Believe it or not, I like watching fast cars. So yeah I love car racing.
Yeah. Like I said, F1's coming up, Australia in March the 6th, I think, and then the IndyCar starts. I can't remember where they're starting. Probably back in Miami. I think they start in Miami. So
yeah, I believe so.
The gas. Yeah, I was just about to say this is a good question actually of Sam. So, guys, side question: what's your gas station snacks of choice?
Munchie mix. You know the mix where it's like pretzels and Doritos and that is one of my go-tos. Of course, you can never go wrong with beef jerky as long as it's good beef jerky. You got to make sure the expiration date is not good, because then you're stopping more oftentimes than you have to if you get the bad beef jerky. So, but I like Munchie mix and a Pepsi Cola.
Licorice. Just
Licorice.
yeah, bag of
Ew.
licorice. You could just sit there. It keeps you awake, because if I'm going long and I'm not napping, I was like, I'm getting tired. Licorice.
That's true. I would go with I mean, for me, it's going to be long road trip. So it's Diet Mountain Dew for the caffeine kick and something like a can of Pringles type thing that you could just take them out and they don't go all over the car. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You don't have to clean up the car afterwards either. That's good.
So I'm going to go with a bottle of full fat Coke. Just to get the sugar rush. And then my snack of choice, I don't know if you guys have viewed it, Richard may have, is Jaffa Cakes.
Oh yeah.
Jaffa cake.
So it's like it's kind of like it's got orange in it. It's like an orange flavor
Wow.
with jelly.
It sounded like something bad. I mean, like something you should do. He Jafficated.
He did. That's right. That's back to the bad beef jerky, I think. So
Yeah. So it's a very British thing. Jaffa
No,
Cakes.
just don't get the gas station sushi. No, don't do that.
no. You know what though? Actually, you say that there is a little sushi bar attached to, not in the gas station, but attached to here, and it's always hilarious. But it is some of the best sushi. It's not actually gas station sushi, other than it's in the same building. So
Yeah.
it is the exception to the rule, because you're right. Do not buy your sushi at the gas station. So
Just a one little comment I'm going to make, because I'm not trying to be a dick here, but we don't have gas stations in Britain. They're called petrol stations.
yes, we know.
Very good point.
Fancy
Sorry.
boy and your petrol station.
It's called petroleum, but it gives it away a bit.
Yeah.
BA, right? Yeah. And then
So-
we don't go to the bathroom, we go to the loo at the petrol station.
Yeah, it's actually called. There's few words in British. You can say the toilet, the bog.
The bog,
Um,
yeah. That's right.
So
I
there's
need
a
a
few.
slash.
Yeah. Hi Liz. Everybody say hello to Liz. Hello,
Hello,
Liz.
Liz.
There you go. Right. Okay. We will keep things moving. This gives me an idea who was last, so that's great. I'm next. You're chatting a bit then. Right. Okay. I'm gonna pick Mr. Springsteen next. And this is off the album Born to Run. And the song I'm going to go with is Thunder Road.
Sure.
I love that song. So
Good choice.
there's not a lot to look in the inside, but I actually prefer the back, if I'm being honest.
If you flip it over, there you go. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
There you go. Actually, I picked this up from David Atkinson from the Record Fair. So yeah, quite happy with this. Smells old.
Smells old.
At least it doesn't smell of something else. That's good.
Yeah, so picked up about 6 albums from him, from Bruce. And people are going to go, hang on a minute, Chris. You started collecting Bruce. Yes, I did. I sold them all because I was going to get the suitcase version with all the albums. I thought, oh, look, that'll look cool. And I was like, where the hell am I going to put that? So I recollected again. But right, I did break even on the albums. So there
That's
it
good.
is. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so yeah, brilliant album. Obviously, my favorite one is Nebraska, the album. I love that album from start to finish. And I watched the film the other day. I watched it.
Oh.
Okay. It was okay. That's what I'm saying. Have you seen it yet, Joe? Have you watched
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, we watched it. Yeah, and
Okay.
I think maybe okay plus. We'll go with that. Okay plus, because the kid that played him was fantastic. He's always great, right? And yeah, the story was good. There was certainly some things that I was not aware of. So yeah, it was good. It's not it's not a biopic by any means, other than that time frame of his life when he was writing that album. So I enjoyed it. But
Cool. Right. Let's keep moving then. Let's go to Richard next.
And I wasn't contradicting you, Liz, because it was a biopic, but not like a from start to finish biopic. It was a biopic but only a certain time frame.
Yeah.
So,
Moment in time.
yeah, Liz has enough problems putting up with Chris all the time. She doesn't need me giving her shit. So
She doesn't need more drama in her life.
exactly, that's right.
It's just saying. Did I pick the right album? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Leafing through my albums over here, and I was like pulling this out. It's like, ooh, yeah, that would be good for a road trip. And this one surprised me because it was the first song that popped into my head when I saw the album, and it's my Simon & Garfunkel's Best Of, if you will. This would be a great one for you to have, Chris, if you don't have this,
Mhm.
because
I do.
every song is a flippin' banger.
I do. I do have.
The song I came to my mind immediately was Cecilia, just for that huge beat, drumming, pounding. I just imagine, like, cruising down the road playing Cecilia, singing at the top of your lungs with all the windows rolled down, much to the chagrin of everyone that knows Steve is driving past.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I love that song. For me, it's one of their better songs. But I mean, everything on here is good. Mrs. Robinson opens the thing. The Boxers on here. Sound of Silence, of course. What else? Bridge over Troubled Water. El Condor Pasa, I like that one too. So yeah, this would be probably another one where I could play just driving across Kansas or something really boring. Play that. Sing along to everything as you go.
Yeah, kind of boring.
Cecilia's definitely one that if you're listening to the whole thing, it gets turned up a little bit. But yeah.
Because it's just like panning all over the place, and the drums are just nuts. I freaking love that song. I wish they did more like that.
Let me just quickly go through the comments, guys. Yeah, Liz is saying, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
No, Joe, is this you or is this somebody else? Because
No, it's me talking to Sam because he said he was watching the race, but he's not watching the race. He's watching the Olympics. There's only a couple of days left. I talked to him the other day. He said he's just been on his couch watching the Olympics as much as he can because he's enthralled. So yeah.
Okay, cool. I just got really, really sidetracked and confused. I apologize. I was like, what is going on? But how many accounts has Joe got?
Yeah, no, we're chatting on this. Yeah, there's a few, but anyway.
Right. Steve.
The Modern Lovers. Road runner, go 1,000 miles an hour with the radio on. Or Pablo Picasso, because no one ever called him an asshole. It's just a great album. I mean, I love this album to death. And but Roadrunner, I heard that from a movie. It was Mad Magazine's Up the Academy. It had that. I go, that is the coolest song. I didn't know anything about it. And then I found out, this is the Modern Lovers. And yeah, I mean, now other stuff from Jonathan Richman, I'm just not a big fan of. But this one, side one, Roadrunner, Astroplane, Old World, and Pablo Picasso. It has it all. So yes, but Roadrunner is a perfect song for driving at 1,000 miles an hour.
Very nice.
Well done, Steve. I'll have to check these out later, mate. I think you're gonna cost me some money again.
Yeah.
And just from earlier on, Steve, I was going to pick AC/DC's soundtrack, Iron Man 2, but I thought he may pick this. So I thought, I'm not going to pull AC/DC this evening because I got a feeling either you or Joe may pick AC/DC at some point. So, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not even actually.
I'm showing that next Sunday, actually, on the early morning Sunday show. Because of you.
It's my fault. I'm sorry. But it's for a greatest hits, pretty much. It
was.
It's brilliant. It's and Joe's a massive AC/DC fan, as you can tell. There's a flag in the background there. There you go.
Yeah,
so,
a little bit, but I have not picked any tonight actually. So yeah, I thought I'd show some stuff I don't often as much as I possibly could. Although I'm fairly certain that I've showed this one. So Actually, if you're going to build a playlist and you're going to start when you start, you should probably start with Kickstart My Heart, just because the way that it starts, actually. So there's not a lot of slow stuff on here either. I guess there's a little bit of ballady stuff. And Motley Crue is not Motley Crue, but I enjoyed Motley Crue back in the day, and especially this album, Bob Rock and company. We'll talk maybe about Bob Rock. We'll talk about Chris. We talked about that band. That's a Bob Rock produced album, that The Darn Truth, or The Damn Truth. But good stuff. Like I said, Rattlesnake Shake on here, as well as Dr. Feelgood. That's a fast one, but Kickstart My Heart. That one is unbelievably great live as well. Back when Motley Crue was Motley Crue, and they actually sounded pretty decent still. So there you go. A little Motley Crue, and there's the Motley Crue on the back, for those that didn't know what they looked like. That. And then we'll go to Car Cam. Let's go to Car Cam. What did I pick? I haven't necessarily been picking cars based on the albums. I didn't get that fancy, but check this one out. This is a nice old Charger, and it's the Punisher's car. Look at that. Punisher on the front, Punisher on the inside, but just nice blacked out, other than the gas tank, other than that. But yeah, there you go. A nice 69. I don't know. It doesn't say it on there. We're going to go with 69. I think that's a 69 Charger, something like that. But it's the Punisher's car, so don't piss around with him. Steve, if he passes you, just let him go. Let him go at that point. Yeah. Try not to take on the Punisher if he passes you in that car. So, yeah.
Just a quick one, Joe. Have you got the Knight Rider car?
I don't have the Knight Rider car, actually. No, I'm not sure. I think that they've done that. There's a couple of really good, actually. They come from your part of the world, actually. There's a really good manufacturer that comes from, again, England, which I know is not you. I know, God, I'm sorry. I'll let myself out now. But yeah, Hornby and all those guys is really who makes Skelestrix. I always say that weirdly, but yeah, really good stuff. And they probably have made kit. I don't have that one. I have way, way, way too many, but I don't have that one. Sorry.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It's Alid is starting collecting and making his own cars out of cardboard. So he's literally getting my vinyl record packagings.
yeah.
Like having an image in his head and designing it, making the wheels of the cardboard as well, so it actually moves. He's using straws from McDonald's, the paper ones for the sachet,
and that, yeah,
and then paint it in and that kind of thing. He's like, "What shall I make next?" I went, "A vinyl record." He went, "Shut up,
shut up, man."
Nice. So yeah, very cool. Very, 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 very cool. Yes. I was going to pick it. I had the greatest hits, but I thought somebody's going to show a better album than that. So, okay. Creedence Clearwater Revival I went with this one. An amazing band. And I went with Bad Moon Rising. I just love that song. It's brilliant. It's just fantastic. This is the collection. Surprise, surprise. Picked this up. I don't know where I picked it up. It was like a 5-6 quid. So not a bad deal, actually. Came on just black vinyl. But you've got some stompers on you. I'm going to pick quite a few, actually. Proud Mary, have you ever seen the rain looking at the back door? Just the thought, Cotton Fields. You know, there's so many. It's brilliant. But yeah, and fantastic. Good album to check on. That's another Sunday one or Saturday evening. What I tend to do is put my records on in the evening while Liz is chucking the kids to bed, and I usually text Joe and Rich, look what I played.
This is what I'm listening to. Yeah, exactly. Have either of you, Steve or Richard, and I guess you as well, Chris, I don't think so. Have any of you guys actually seen Fogerty live?
No.
Yeah, good show. Well, I don't know if it still is. I would imagine it still is as long as he sounds right, but always had such a great band, and it's definitely one of those artists that started the concert to the finish of the concert. You know every single word of every single song, and just a really, really good band. And yeah, if you get a chance, again, I don't know that he still sounds as good, but I don't know. I saw him 7-8 years ago, and it was great. It was fantastic. So
I picked up last year John Fogerty's reimagined greatest hits from Creedence, which just sounds like Creedence. But being honest, it's just he's just brought a greatest hits on that.
Yeah.
But it came like on a splattered vinyl, and I was like, screw it, I'll get it. It sounds good. Sounds good. And I also think he did a song with the Foo Fighters as well.
Yeah, he's still, like I said, he's still kicking around. He's still doing some stuff. So that's good. That's good.
Cool. Well done. Right. Okay. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Feeling half cut as we speak, so we go back to Rich. What we happen on the playlist?
I'm going to go 80s trippy to me, psych sort of, new wave sort of. Went from being sort of goth post punk to this to more metal tinged, and it's The Cult.
That's good.
I love this album. This would be another one I could play the entire thing on a road trip. But She Sells Sanctuary, just from that opening, ding, 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 and you're off to the races. This is a banger. I love this album because of that trippy, swirly. Was it Steve Lillywhite that produced this? I think it was.
I think so, yeah.
And he gave it that shimmer that for their next album they really wanted to get away from. So it's interesting because Electric has two versions. One's called Peace, one's called Electric. Peace is kind of most of the songs from Electric that sounds more like love. So it has that trippy, swirly, psyche feel. I love that album, but I also like Electric because that's just balls to the wall. The Cult go, full on. But I love this album because I just remember the video for She Sells Sanctuary and the image that they projected was just so, just in your face. And I love them for that. Seen The Cult 2 or 3 times. Depending on the night, if Ian Astbury isn't, tripped out of his mind, it's a great show. If he's tripped out of his mind, it's a train wreck. So, yeah, it could be, and I've seen both sides of that story. But this is my OG love. This has been reissued God knows how many times. But Sire Records, great album, great band, great image. My hair used to look kind of like that, not quite that long.
That's good.
I had a very Billy Idol look in that 80s period. But yeah, love this album and still my favorite Cult to this day. But yeah, She Sells Sanctuary is definitely going on the playlist.
Cool. Very, very cool.
Very nice.
Totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree.
Hey, it's been a few since I've been on something with you. You've changed all the albums behind you in the frames, haven't you?
Yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago. It's like, I better change this up.
Yeah.
You're the second person to mention anything. First one was, I think it was Jack over at Vinyl. What I see?
Vinyl Martini?
No, not
Vinyl Voyage.
That. Vinyl Voyage. He was the one who's like, I like how you changed up the background. So yeah.
Good. There you go. And you would have gotten the fact that Bjork is the lead singer of the Sugar Cubes on Rock and Roll Jeopardy. You would have got that one because I don't think anybody else did. So
I was watching that episode and I was surprised how many questions I was screaming at the screens, like or whatever. There were like 4 or 5 for your guys. The Rush question blew me. They didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Red Barchetta, for God's sake. What
the Canadian panel didn't get the Rush, but that's okay. Well, you got to come on sometime. You're always welcome to come on at some point, right? So, anyway, sorry, Chris.
My brain starts disappearing around 8:30. So
yeah, we're gonna do an early show one day. So yeah.
If nobody's aware, and I want everybody to go and check out Richard's channel because he started doing the cubes, which I'm really enjoying, like Rich.
Yeah.
Going through. Now, I and I said this on the last live stream with Cameron and Rich when I had him on a few weeks ago. I am guilty of this. I just show new stuff. I don't show the older stuff. which we've got so much older stuff in our collection, and he's going through kind of the 70s, and maybe earlier, cube by cube by cube, which I love. This is brilliant. Have you enjoyed it, Rich?
Oh, I'm loving it because it's getting me back into, again, some of these records that I haven't played in decades, literally.
Yeah.
And I just did the D's, pulled the E's, and I played them the other day, and surprised, I ended up buying another album by a band I had not listened to in 20 years. So stay tuned. That's coming soon.
That's
So you
coming.
cost-
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I will
cost
say
yourself
one
money.
album actually, I got angry listening to it. I was like, how is this so incredibly bad when it was such a huge album? So, spoiler alert. I may be venting a little bit.
Just to clarify, you're costing yourself money.
Yeah.
But it's also helping me purge because
Yeah.
that album is probably leaving the collection. I will probably never play it again. So, bye.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good series. If anybody hasn't checked it out, obviously I'll put the description wherever his channel on later on, so you can check him out, go and subscribe and all that
Appreciate
stuff. But it's a good series. I am really, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. It is actually a good. I am enjoying it, sitting down and watching it. It takes me, with you and Steve, it takes me about 2 hours to watch your videos. Like, because I have to go on Apple Music and stuff and our YouTube and stream it. And I'm like, what's this? What's this? What's this? I'm like, I gotta get it. I'm like, shit. So Steve knows me and Liz watch him in bed. So anyway, over to you, Steve.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that is the honor. All right. This came out last year, one of my favorites that I will play, and it's in my phone that plays in my car. It's the Gliders, Glyders. So the Gliders, and the name of the album is Forever. It's a newer group, and kind of country rock, a lot of psych in there. These guys know how to make a groove, one of those head nodding grooves, and you're just listening, you're just going, yeah, this is great. It is so good to drive to. You do slow down. I'm going to say you will probably take your foot off the gas pedal a little bit because you're just in a zone with the groove. And yeah, in love with this. It's definitely a lot of kind of psych type things in there, but it's the groove. And the Super Glide is fantastic. Stone Shadow is really kind of psyche. That's really good. Moon Eyes, Hard Ride, top-notch album. Gliders Forever. So just a new one, but it's incredible. By a group a lot of people don't know about.
Okay, I'll have to give that a stream later. See what it's all about. And if I buy it, it's your fault.
I'm taking notes.
He's taking notes on it. I love when I have guests on, they start taking notes, especially when I get Steve on. I think the last time I had on, it was like most of the time people just taking notes, going, "Oh, have you done that one? We'll check out."
What the hell is that? Well, Rich does that to me. He'll what? In fact, he did. Richard sent me. He gave me this VCLT. I'm showing next week. The editors that I didn't have any clue who the hell the editors were, but that was very good, Richard. A little darker, definitely a little more post rock kind of a feel. I like that.
Editors.
I love editors all the way up till their last album, which they kind of went more EDM, which is not my thing at all. Mm-hmm. So electronic, and I was just kind of going, So, but the lead singer for Editors, Tom Smith, one of those two, anyway, did a solo album last year that I put in my January video. That's quickly becoming one of the best singer-songwriter things I've heard in years. It's check out my January videos. So I can't remember the title of the album. It's really long, but he did a solo album and it's excellent.
Yeah, Rich is more British than I am.
Yeah.
Hey, I tried.
Yeah. You're jumping into the band Creedence and all that. You're just like a '60s old soul there.
Yeah. Well, Yeah. Do you know what? You are right, Steve. And me and Rich have had this conversation on Joe. Okay. I'm going more singer-songwriter, kind of Americana kind of path at this point in my life at maybe 43, where if you'd spoken to me 10 years ago, I was listening to Rammstein, I was listening to heavy rock, that kind of thing. Now it's becoming more singer-songwriter, Americana, a bit more relaxed. I do like my rock, don't get me wrong, I like my indie rock, but you can't go wrong with the Editors. What a band. Amazing.
Man. I should have added Rammstein to my list. I got a bunch of others. God, I love that crew. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't go. I think you can't go wrong with a bit of Ich Will and Du Hast. Yeah, it's. I've seen.
I saw
Rammstein
them
twice.
live. It was mental.
Yeah, I've seen them live twice.
I'd love to see them live.
The first time I watched them was back in 2004 or 5, and me and my mate went. We were the first in the queue to get in. That's when you had physical cards to get in. And we had to sign a disclaimer saying that if the balls of fire hit you, we're not liable to sue.
Oh well.
Yeah, hit me, man, hit me.
Yeah, they put the bassist in a cauldron, started cooking him. I was like, okay, we're going there, are we?
Well, the poor guy that plays organs like abused every concert.
Set on fire, whatever.
Yeah, I saw them.
It was the first show I ever remember going to where there was like fire marshals on the side of the stage looking very concerned for 2 hours. It was really good.
Yeah, I think they put the keyboard player on a treadmill last time I watched them.
Yeah, he's usually on the treadmill, which is why he's thin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I still argue that they're just a synth pop band, but a little heavier synth band, actually. So you can put them right up there with the Pet Shop Boys. A little more pyro than the Pet Shop Boys. But
a little more. Yeah.
a little more. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's something.
Cool.
They are. Yeah, they are on the list of a band that I need to see at some point. But that's almost you got to see them like in their homeland. I think you got to go to one of them stadium tours where they blow the whole friggin' stadium up, right? Yeah. There's just some insanity. So, but I mean, I take them here too. So.
Yeah, Joe, if you ever get a chance, if you're going to go to Germany, you're going to watch them live, and then go to they've got like a museum shop where they live, and it's I've got to go. I've talking to Liz about it, but we'll see. But it looks amazing, and the concept, you just can't take it in. The noise,
yes, yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, sorry, mate. Over to you.
No, it's all good. No, I'll talk about live music. That's not a problem. I'll also talk about girls playing guitars and girls' school. So I talk about the Runaways and Joan Jett and that quite a bit. But these young ladies were around the same time-ish frame, and they were a little heavier. They were also out of the UK. When is this from? This is from. Why can I never find a goddamn date on these things? What doesn't matter. I don't know. 81. Yeah, December 80, January. Yeah, 81. So it's a little bit older, but good stuff. A nice old Riviera on the back there. Nice old Riv on the back. Hit and Run, Watch Your Step. Yeah, right. Future Flash. Not for Sale, Kick It Down. Race with the Devil starts it off. So you can't go too far wrong with an awesome car. Girls who can play instruments wearing leather outfits and rock and roll music. You cannot go too far off with that. And for the car this time, you'd think I would have had a Riviera, but I don't have any of those in 1/32 scale. So we're just going to go with the Bandit. There is Mr. Reynolds himself. I think he's even got the hat on in the inside. Yeah, there you go. There's Bert on the inside. It's the Bandit. Sally's not with him, unfortunately. Sally Field was cute in that movie, but there you go. The Bandit is car cam for this round. Good stuff. That is a movie car that I've got. I guess Kit's not necessarily a movie car. It's more of a TV show car, but I'm surprised they haven't done a remake of that. They probably will be, actually, in the next little while, I'm sure, because there are not a lot of original thoughts these days, unfortunately.
Nope.
No. How many cars have you got in your collection, Joe?
I have more than I should. Let's go with that, because I actually don't know. So when you don't know how many you have more than you should. COVID We got into it. Riley and I got into it. He was buying stuff. I was buying stuff. We were getting stuff from the UK. We were getting stuff from the States. We were getting everything. We got into trains too, but all the trains have kind of been put away, but the cars are out. So,
Yeah, brilliant.
yeah, more than I should. I really don't know. So,
Cool. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Good choice. Okay. It's my turn. So I will make my head even bigger than it should be. Okay. An album I've just recently picked up that I absolutely love. And I think that if you are a rock fan or kind of indie rock, maybe a bit of Americana, you need to pick up this guy. This is Jesse Malin. This is a Glitter in the Gutter. This is a phenomenal album from start to finish. Like, I mean, I was listening to it last night. I sent a picture to Richard. I think you need to listen to this. But the one on you that I absolutely love is Tomorrow Tonight. It's a banger. It's brilliant, fantastic, very rocky, very pink on the back. And you'd think it would be on pink vinyl, wouldn't it? It's not. It's just on black. So it's got a pink bit there, but yeah, it's all on black. Amazing. I'm going to start picking up more albums from this guy. It's just phenomenal. If you have a good chance to stream it, have a look on YouTube. Steve, I think you'd enjoy this one.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, where did you say it was from, Chris? Did you say where he was from?
No, I think he's American. I may be wrong, but
okay.
Yeah,
New to me.
It's brilliant. This is a fantastic album, very rocky, kind of indie rocky. But yeah, anybody who hasn't heard of this guy, go and stream it, give it a stream, check him out. Seriously, this is brilliant. I'm quite disappointed I haven't discovered him before now, but I could put this album on and just go on a road trip. That's how good this album is. It's brilliant. Everybody else is going to go listen and go, that was shit. So, yeah. Okay. Let's keep moving. So, Richard, over to you, mate.
I'm actually surprised the number of albums I have that I could be like, I could play that entire album on a road trip. And this one, and there's a lot of ones like that. This is not one, though.
Okay.
This is for Joe. This is the album.
Oh, I was waiting for this.
It doesn't matter if it's Wednesdays or Sundays. Brian will always find you.
Right. We just torment you relentlessly, don't we?
Okay.
Did not pick this up for any of the hits other than It's Only Love. Because arguably one of the best rock duets, one of many over history, but Tina Turner and Bryan Adams kick ass on that song. It is so good. The video is 100 times, probably 100 times better than just listening to the song. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I love that song. That was one of the reasons I think I picked this up to begin with. It certainly wasn't for One Night Love Affair. What's that? Run to You was the huge one. Heaven was the huge one. Summer of '69 was the huge one. It's one of those albums that, the big songs were overplayed to death, but then there's stuff like It's Only Love, which was a single, but so good. Musically, dynamically, all of the above. So it definitely would go on my playlist for any road trip. And yeah, sorry to torment you there, Joe.
That's okay. That's not a problem. To clarify once again, not that I need to. I don't hate him, just overplayed. And you're right though, that him and Tina are a great combination. So, and the guy writes great songs, and that's a killer album. It is. I just don't need to hear it again. So,
no, same.
But yeah,
kind of like Babe.
Yeah.
It is surprising that I've kept this all these years because of how those songs are played to death.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep it probably primarily for It's Only Love.
Well,
So if on side 2 is buried on the back, I just play 2 or 3 songs and I'm done.
Perfect.
Yeah, I've literally just got the greatest hits. It wouldn't surprise anybody. I got a chance. I bought tickets. I told Joe this. I bought tickets to watch Bryan Adams because Liz wanted to see him live. And it ended up that she was doing a concert the same night.
Ooh.
So we didn't go. I tried to resell it on Ticketmaster, and guess what? Didn't sell. So
Yeah.
that says
He'll be around again, I'm sure. He's still touring and still sounds great. Like he did a show here, I don't know, half a year ago, and I heard nothing but good things. And I've seen him live about 5 years ago, and he puts on a fantastic show. So
cool. Well, and Rich. Right. Okay. Let's keep things moving. Steve, what's next on the playlist?
Public Enemy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yes.
Because I just, it excites the hell out of me. This one has Bring the Noise, Don't Believe the Hype, Countdown to Armageddon, Prophets of Rage. I mean, you just look at anybody even trying to come up on you, and you just crank that up. No way, man. Stay back because I'm in the zone. I am boy, the first 4 Public Enemy albums I really like. Then I lost track. They put out an album last year. I sampled it a little bit. Someone said they're really back to their anger, and I would think they would be angry with everything. I got to listen to a little more and see if I want to dive into it, because I do like the Public Enemy that has really, they're kind of pissed and they got something to say about things. And so, yeah, a fan of it, but yeah, this comes on and just like, yeah. Yeah, it's just more aggression. But I did slow down that last album, so.
that's right. Well, like I said earlier, a guy's got to go to the bathroom every once in a while. You got to slow down.
Yes, yeah.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, it is hard to take a pee. Let's listen to Fight the Power. It just
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Well, a little more prostate, and that'll never mind.
Steve, have you got much of them in your collection, or is that kind of the only one you've got?
No, I have 4 different Public Enemy albums in my collection.
Okay.
The first 4. And then I kind of backed off. Well, just you get into other things, you know. And a lot of times those first albums are what you really like.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I haven't got any in my collection.
Enemy opened for U2.
What's that?
Public Enemy opened for U2 on the Zoo TV tour here.
Did they? Yeah.
Kidding.
Public
Wow.
Enemy, the Sugar Cubes, and then U2. And I was like, why is Public Enemy opening for U2?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Trying to reach a wider audience.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, there's an idea for your stream with the artists, backing artists that shouldn't be put together.
There we go. U2 and Public Enemy.
Yeah, cool. Right. Okay, let's keep things moving then. Let's go to Joe. What do we got next on the playlist?
Up next, I talked about him earlier. I don't know. And this is a much maligned album by these guys, but I like it. And it is Metallica and Reload. I like Load. I like Reload. I like Metallica regardless. And I'm not getting into the whole earlier than the Black Album, after the Black Album bullshit, because I just like them all. But Fuel, if that doesn't get you going, then I'm not sure exactly what was. Steve, you that would be part of yours, because I could see you flying past me and I could hear just a little bit of Fuel as you went past. But this is a great album. The Memory Remains is great. The Unforgiven 2 is on here. Again, I just really like it. It's a gatefold, so the rule, as we all know, is you got to show it. There's the back, them looking all weird and stuff. But yeah, and it's a Fuel specifically is a fantastic song live, because they get close to Rammstein pyro when they play Fuel, or at least they did the last couple times I saw them. What was cool is I saw them, I don't know, 6 years ago. Riley and I went. So I knew that they played, like, Hetfield comes out and plays this little acoustic thing before they kick into Fuel. And so when I saw them in California a few years ago, I had my camera ready because I was fairly certain that after this little acoustic thing that he does, that the whole world would blow up, and it really did. So it was a pretty good shot, and you could tell the people that hadn't seen them before because they're all kind of mellowing out and just listening to James as he plays his little guitar solo, and then all of a sudden Fuel kicks in, and it was very cool. And so with that, car cam this time is going to be everything looks good with flames on it. So probably my favorite type of car, although there's lots, but you can never really go wrong with a Corvette. And then you can never really go wrong with flames on your race car either. So, and this one works really, really well. It sticks very, very good to the track and is a very good little car. I can even keep that one on the track myself. So there you go. Car cam is a little bit of a race car for this one, number 66. But again, you can't go too far wrong with flames on your vehicle. And I had a race car with flames. I should get that. I don't have a die-cast version of it, but I got a picture of it. So maybe why. That's why the racer part in Racer Joe, by the way, I think everybody kind of knows that. I had a minor career. I was more of the announcer at the track, and then eventually just said, screw it, I'm going to get a car. And a buddy of mine and I had a car, and we had some fun, and we raced a little bit. So, yeah, there you go. Car cam is a little Corvette action this time.
Cool. Very cool.
I know it has nothing to do with music in any way, shape, or form, other than we're road tripping today. That's why the cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I always think sometimes that people forget that they've got brakes as well.
What was cool though is definitely the music, because you could get away with it. Wasn't AirPods at that time, but I did have a little set of in-car headphones, a little cassette deck that I would play or whatever back in the day, and have the songs that you would want to listen to go driving fast, to go Steve driving, we'll call it, I guess. Maybe. Yeah.
Cool. Right. Okay. Don't know whether to go Americana on this or just go rock. I think we'll just go rock. Fuck it. I was going to pick this one, Green Day's Greatest Hits, God's Favorite Band. But thanks to Joe this week, as all I've been spinning is this album that everybody needs to get. I'm serious now, right? I've been listening to Joe bang on about this for like a year and a half, going, this is brilliant. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But this is phenomenal. I love this. This is all Green Day. This is Saviors, and it's phenomenal. I mean, I spun it twice last night. I sent Joe a picture. I was having a glass of wine. I put this on, and I was like, "This is brilliant." Yeah, it's quite funny. Like when people send you stuff from around the world, and that we're on a live stream now, and I'm showing him something that he used to have. It's kind of weird. Well,
and I don't think a lot of people know, but that's you. That's an old picture of you walking away, going, "I don't know."
That was me last week walking through Temney going, I got all this fire started. What are you looking at me for?
Yeah,
exactly. Shit blowing up in the background. Yeah.
Show the inside. But yeah. The reason why I didn't pick this one up, because Joe has been on about this for a while, and I should have listened to him, because usually he's right when he comes to me. You like this? I'm like, yeah, whatever. But he was right again. You will like this. But it's brilliant. My favorite one on this, right, is Father to a Son. Brilliant. Absolutely phenomenal. Love it. It's brilliant. And obviously the first one was a big hit. The American Dream is Killing Me. It sounds like kind of Minority Warning kind of time, that kind of song. But it's just, I love it. Well done, Joe. You got it right as usual.
Well, like I said, I think it holds its own against some of their bigger albums. It definitely holds its own, because there was some stuff. And again, much like Metallica, I like all of Green Day, but it really harkened back to, American Idiot, Dookie, and all of that stuff. So Corvette Summer, I mean, it is a really good album. Now I always say it's a really good album. You have to like the band, you have to like the style, but if you do like the style, it is a very good representation of said style. So
And like I said to you, my plan this year was not so much picking up greatest hits, but kind of deep diving into the band. And now I've got the ick, not the ick, but like I love Green Day on that album. I have to go back and start buying their older albums. Like my favorite album they ever did was Nimrod,
Yeah.
because it had Time in My Life on it, which was brilliant. Like takes me back to when Radio 1 used to do the chart show in the UK, and you'd have the double deck, and you'd record the chart show, and then you'd edit it on the other tape, and you go into you think into the DJ, stop talking so much. This song's only like 2 minutes.
Screwing up my intro. Yeah, exactly. What's nice is that it is a full, complete album. It's a great one to put on, listen to the whole thing, right? It's definitely all killer, no filler. I think.
Yeah, there's no filler.
My humble opinion.
From start to finish, it was amazing. So well done, mate. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Brilliant.
welcome. Welcome.
Right, Richard, over to you, mate.
Shall we go to Australia and have a road trip?
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
To me, probably the best In Excess album. I know Listen Like Thieves, but they're huge, grand design, if you will. I love the production on this. This is one of the best produced albums I had heard back when this first came out. And what more do you want? Remember that question on one of the tags, album cover with the band looking cool?
Yeah.
You don't get much cooler than this. I mean, geez, that's cool. But for the playlist, Guns in the Sky, Nude Sensation, and Devil Inside, straight through, the first 3 tracks off side 1 just come out and blow your head off. Yeah, I just love their bombastic approach. The drums are huge. The sax is what the sax should do, augment a song, not take over a song. It's they were firing on all cylinders when they did this album, and I still consider it their best. Yeah, this album is not leaving my that pile over there. This might be one of the ones I probably played this in the last few years. I'm trying to stick to albums I haven't heard in ages. I have played that, so
yeah. That sax solo on Never Tear Us Apart. It's perfection. Like just where it kicks in. Just such a fantastic album. Such a fantastic, really, really good album. The
100%.
one after was decent, and then it kind of started to go down. But man, that was a little bit. And then if Michael doesn't do what Michael does, who knows what we get out of him? Maybe they come back, and maybe they come back to something like a kick. But yeah, it's unfortunate. But that's in my top 10 albums of all time. That is just a fantastic,
great album. And
Yeah.
even going back further, like The Swing, which is an excellent
Yeah.
album too, stylistically very different from what NXS did afterwards.
Yeah.
But a fascinating and again well-produced, great sounding album too.
Agreed.
Yeah. Love some NXS.
Cool. Very, very cool. Well done, Rich. Good selection as usual, mate. Can't fault you at all, as usual. Brilliant. Whatever I'm going to pull is not going to beat anything Richard pulls, so we'll just crack on. Steve, over to you, mate.
Well, if you like that, Chris, then Miles Davis bitches brew. So there.
Hmm.
Now this cover's really ratty. This is one I saved the vinyl after the flood. Someone sent me at least a jacket for it, but I do have a nice MoFi of this. This is just great tunes to drive to. It is so funky. Pharaoh's Dance, Bitches Brew, Spanish Key, Miles runs the voodoo down. I mean, it's just incredibly funky stuff. And what was so interesting about the album is Miles just had this they didn't practice. He just had a couple notes or whatever, says this is it, and everyone just did their thing. And you get that feeling of here, and they're just going off and doing their stuff, and the congas and the drums and the bass, they put down such a phenomenal rhythm, which is why I find it's great to drive to. The rhythm going on underneath all these far out funky solos. So it's one of my all time. I think this is one of my top 10 albums of all time. Bitches Brew, Miles Davis. Kind of Blues, my favorite album of all time. Yeah, they're both jazz, Chris, and they're in my top 10. How about that? So the Jack Johnson's an awesome album. I will say that. So yeah, funky as all get out. So cool. Bitches Brew. And that's another one. Repeat. And some of the songs go on for 26 minutes. So an hour later, you finally get done.
I think last time you were on, you showed Miles Davis kind of Blue. And you were like,
yeah,
the best jazz album ever. And I was like, well, may as well go home now then.
Yep, that's right. That is.
So what I love about Miles Davis is I don't care whether you like jazz or you don't like jazz, you will find a Miles era that will work for you one way or another. If you like funky, Bitches Brew. If you like old school, Kind of Blue. If you like out there, he's done all of it. So just find some Miles and you'll go, this one is good.
Yeah, he always changed it up, keep up with the times, and that, along with his wardrobe, would keep up with the times.
Very.
And its album covers like that were the impetus of the rule that you've got to show the gatefold if it's a gatefold, because fantastic cover art on there as well. So and in excess Kick as well. I mean, it's just them on the cover, but the concept and Kick on the inside. So there you go.
Sorry, we've got some nice music in the background just to chill everybody out.
Yes, I don't know. It was my little brother, and we talk. I get along great with him, but we talk once a year, maybe. So so someone's either dying, got cancer. I don't know. There must be a disaster somewhere, but we'll find out in a bit.
Okay. Right. Talking about disasters and crashing, we'll go with the Joe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's where I was going. Very nice. That's a good one. I like it. All right. I think for the most part, mine have been just kind of fast driving party songs. Again, there's a couple slow ones in there, get you going. But this one is fantastic. This is older, and this is another great example of a fantastic gatefold. But it is Commander Cody and a little Hot Rod Lincoln. This one has been around for a while. Can Joe find the date? I think that's what we're going to have to start coming up with. That's a new game. Can Joe find the date on the back of the album? No, he can't. But anyway, early 70s, not sure. But Commander Cody, Hot Rod Lincoln, along with some other stuff on there. But there you go. Some fantastic cover art on the inside. I'm not exactly sure. They're coming out the stage door, going to the bus, coming from the bus to the bus, not sure. But there is the bus on the back as well. And I'm not sure if there is a significance or not to the license plate, something that I'll have to look up. But Ozone 1, unlike Willie's bus, which is Weed 1, I think. But yeah, Commander Cody.
Weed 1.
Commander Cody and his Royal Airmen, or pardon me, and his Lost Planet Airmen. I should get that correct. Car Cam. What do I got for Car Cam? I really have not been picking these for any other reason that they've just been in reach. So this is a lovely Toyota Supra that has a little bit of a UK Union Jack on the front of it, but a John Player special. That was such a fantastic looking paint job back in the day. I'm not sure if I've got a driver on this one or not, but yeah, pretty cool. Again, just a lovely little example. And this one goes really, really good as well. It was also very expensive to purchase. As far as 1/32 die casts go, it was up there because it was a limited edition that's one of Riley's actually specifically. So a little JPS schemed Toyota Supra.
Cool. Very cool. Like it. My selection's so shit compared to you lot.
No.
Is it jazz?
Chris, there is no shit choices. Everybody listens to it. Everybody listens to. Nobody gets to shame what other people are listening to. That's not the way we need to work any of this. It is what you listen to. I can not like it, and I can say that's not for me, but nobody gets to go, that's shit music. Now let's see what you got, and we'll see if
I don't know if Chris So's Jefferson Starship rebuilt this city, I'm going to have issues.
Steve, I knew I liked you for a reason, man. I mean, there's lots of reasons, but you're right. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah.
Okay. It's John Mayer.
That's okay.
You know, I'm a big fan. This is the album where he was with Katy Perry, which Rob kind of hates John Mayer for. Not Katy. Yes, Katy Perry on here, but he'd done a song with Taylor Swift as well. Heartbreak Warfare, I believe. But this album means so much to me because it reminds me of Tembi, traveling back. And there's a song on here which is called On My Way Home. So he's talking about people in the summertime on the beach. The lifeguards are calling them in. It's end of season kind of thing. We're wrapping things up for the winter. So every time I hear this, I always think of Tembi. So there he is with his dog. So
nice.
Yeah. I love John. You know that. It's one of them artists that I never get fed up of. Me and Liz went to watch him in Ireland 2 years ago. Done the whiskey tour. Can't remember much about it. If I'm being honest, it was one of those situations. We met a couple in a bar in Ireland, and we've stayed friends on Instagram ever since. And it's
Nice.
They keep saying, when you come back to Ireland? I'm like, well, when John comes back.
Yeah.
Well, because he does, like, the dates are weird. He does Edinburgh, he does the O2 in London, and then he does Dublin. So it's kind of that situation. But it's a bit more laid back, a bit more not very country, but kind of touching a bit of country on this one. So it's pretty. You got Wildfire, which is an amazing one. Paper Doll, Call the Breeze. It's more chilled out, more relaxed, but I love it. So John gets a lot of shit in the vinyl community. I have no idea why. I know Sam St. John's a massive fan as well, but discovered John when I was working on cruise ships and been a fan ever since. So he's doing new material. So looking forward to what he brings up next. So yeah, there you go. I told you I couldn't beat what you lot were picking.
There's always going to be pockets of the VC that are going to pick on somebody. So there's always going to be somebody who doesn't like fill in the blank. If you like them, screw them. What does it matter?
No, that's the thing. None of us have to shit on anybody else's music. It's just, I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it, but you can't go, oh, that sucks. Well, no, it doesn't suck. It doesn't suck to you. And it doesn't suck to me. It's just not what I listen to. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day as well.
It's kind of like, if I've got nothing else to listen to, I'll tell my phone, just play John Mayer.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah.
I especially on a Sunday, when Liz is cooking food with kids, like, they know all the John Mayer songs now. It's kind of like Harlan goes, oh, not again. Can we play AC/DC?
So be it.
Yeah.
Steve mentioned Jefferson Starship, and I just happened to pull a Jefferson Starship album for this road trip, but it's not that one because that's Starship.
Yes,
this is Jefferson Starship. There's a difference. But anyway, this is definitely my favorite, and it's probably not for everyone, but to me, this is almost like proggy Jefferson Starship in a way, and it's Freedom at Point Zero. I love this album.
Jane
is the song off of this one. You've heard Jane on the radio. This is where it came from. That was my entry point to this album, but then I stayed for some of their proggier ones. Lightning Rose is on here. Freedom at Point Zero is a banger. Fading Lady Light is another proggy one. Things to Come. Rock Music is the one I picked off of this would be on the playlist because it's just a stomping rock. It sounds like radio rock that would go on, but it never released as a single. Great album. Yes, it has a gatefold, so let's show it. There it is. Them looking all proggy, ooh ah. I guess there's some sort of spaceshipy theme to this. I don't know. I don't get where the cover art comes from, but it's a really good album. People probably see it in the dollar bin and go, But it's worth a listen because it is quite good. So yeah, Jefferson Starship minus Grace Slick. She was not on that album. Not to say that makes it better or worse, but it just, she wasn't there. She was on Modern Times as not an afterthought, but she kind of came back into them almost after they had finished recording that album. And I love Grace Slick, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I just love the tone of that Freedom at Point Zero album. It's really good.
Cool. I'm going to be honest with you. I only knew that one song. Yeah. I don't know. You teach me stuff every day, Rich. You do. I got to give you that.
Well, Jefferson Starship and Jefferson Airplane and so on and so on and so on had so many iterations of themselves. And I like 95%, but I never need to hear We Built This City again. It was overplayed. So I'll take it in. There's a part in Rock of Ages, the musical and the movie, where they kind of go back and forth with "We're not going to take it" and "We Built This City." I can listen to it there. That part's okay. But yeah.
The only thing I remember when I was a kid, the drummer from the band has got a permed mullet and a mustache. And as a kid, that's all I remember going, why this guy got a perm? But yeah, cool. You've educated me again, Rich. Well done.
Doing my job. Retired
cool.
teacher. Don't forget.
Either that or you're costing me money, and I guarantee the next one is going to cost me even more money. Steve, go for you, mate.
All right. So this is one that I play the whole thing in the car.
Yes.
Thing. Yes. Waterboys, Fisherman's Blues. Again, it's in my top 10 albums of all time. I like every single track on this. I even like where there's the poetry being read. And generally that kind of stuff makes me throw up, but I like it. So that's the weird thing. But Fisherman Blues is just the song itself, one of my all-time favorite songs. Bang on the Ear is incredible as he goes through his list of old girlfriends, and I'll give him a bang on the ear, which I had to look up. Why does he want to hit him on the ear? Oh no, it's a kiss. Okay. So I had to figure that one out. But man, this is just, yeah. When I bought this, when it first came out, I was blown away. It got me into Celtic music. Because they had all the traditional instruments on here, and I really got into Celtic music big time, and I still love this stuff. Our trip to Ireland, I remember just at night go to the pubs to listen to the live music with the little local bands playing. Best ever. So, yep, Waterboys, Fisherman Blues, not a bad song. Definitely in my car. I play this a lot. Whether anybody likes it. Actually, no one ever really likes my playlists in my car. Well, my wife doesn't like music. So, yeah. Well, Neil Diamond, she'd like that Hot August Night. But, yeah, that'd be it. Oh, no. She'd like Joan Collins. Yeah. Yeah, whatever it is, I don't have. So,
cool.
Okay.
I'd ride in the car with you.
I was just about to say, I'd love to sit in the car in the passenger seat with Steve, and he's like, check this out. And I'm like, what is this, mate?
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Cool. Cheers, Steve. Awesome. Right. Racer Joe.
All right. Took a long time to get there, but we're finally going to get to a little golden earring.
Okay.
But not that one. This one. I love Radar Love. Great song. Yeah. And for a 2-hit wonder, Golden Earring did a pretty good job because the two that they did, they really got them right as far as hits go. This is a good album as well. But Twilight Zone, fantastic solo in the middle, just the whole song. And again, that just right from the start of that song, again, if you could extend that out through your whole trip, if you could make your whole trip the song Twilight Zone, it would be good. I don't know if there's a P break or not. There is a drum break, but there's not a P break. But good stuff. Again, I haven't listened to a lot of other Golden Earring other than the two main albums with the two hits on them. But they did quite a bit, and I always enjoyed those songs, and I enjoyed the albums that those songs were on. But yeah, Golden Earring and Cut with Twilight Zone, along with others on there as well. But that was really good. And then Car Cam, what did I go with? Oh yeah, as I said, you can't ever go that far wrong with flames. So there you go. There's a nice old Chevelle SS. It's got some flames on it. It's got the big wheels. Look at that. Look at the 32s on the back of that. I don't know what they are, but anyway, there you go. A little Chevelle. He's even got his racing helmet on in case he crashes. He doesn't have a roll cage, but he's got his helmet just in case he crashes.
Cool.
And no seat belts, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, he might. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see the seat belts, but he's got his helmet on though. So, yeah. Protect the noggin.
Very cool. Right. Okay. My turn. So whenever I'm in the car, I kind of play this band a lot, and I've seen them live 3 times. Can't really go wrong with the greatest hits on this one. The Foo Fighters. Greatest hits is pretty much all you would possibly need. Yes, yes, Steve. Yeah. I'll show the inside. There's the band. And if I'm being honest, my favorite one on here has got to be Times Like These. It's times like these. It's just brilliant. I'll go through some of the tracks on here. All My Life, Best of You, Everlong, Pender, My Hero, Learn to Fly, Times Like These, Monkey Wrench, Breakout, Long, Road to Ruin. This Is a Call, Skin and Bones, Wheels, Word Forward, Everlong. So this
pretty good list.
Black, White, and They've got another greatest hits, which is called Essentials, which is more up to date kind of situation. But I love the Foos. But for me, even the fan, greatest hits does it for me. Yeah.
Well, it just gets too expensive to try to go back and buy all their albums. And that's kind of how when I was rebuilding the collection, I like the Foo Fighters, but it's like I bought a lot of greatest hits because I just didn't want to use up all my room, buying a bunch of those kind of albums.
Steve, you sound like me.
Yeah, it's very much. I mean, that's kind of how I never used to, when I redid the collection, it was like, I'm going to limit it. When I put on an album, there's certain songs I really like. Well, hell, I might as well just get it on the greatest hits, and then I got them all there.
Maybe you need to answer that. If you only talk to him once a year and he's phoning back, that might be one you need to answer.
No, it's my son now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like, the dad, the house is on fire. Where are you? It's fine. I'm in the record room.
Yes.
So, guys, that's 2 hours that we've done. That's gone pretty quick, actually. I've really enjoyed this evening. So what I'll do, I'll go around real quick, kind of what you got coming up on the channel, that kind of stuff. I usually do one more round, but we've gone way past the 2 hour mark at this point. So, Rich, any plans this week going forward, next couple of weeks? What are you going to carry on doing the cubes?
Definitely carrying on with the vintage vinyl revisited. Like I said, E is coming up. I've listened to them. I just got to put some ideas together. And Steve, you're going to laugh. I've been record shopping twice this week, not just the month. I went yesterday and I went to Invincible. And was that ever a mistake? Oh my God, I love that store.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Yeah, you can get into serious trouble at Invincible Vinyl, and I got into at least $50 worth of trouble.
But his prices are good.
I might do like a recent pickups vinyl video from mid-month, because otherwise I'm going to have like 20 albums to talk about. So I might have to do a part 1 of pickups for February, because oops. I tried to dial back, but it's not working.
I understand.
Cool.
Still cheaper than cocaine, Richard. We're okay.
Here we go. I was waiting for this.
I think. I don't know. I don't buy cocaine. I say that all the time, but I don't buy cocaine. I don't know. I buy a lot of records lately. Maybe it is not as cheap. I don't know, but
Me and Liz had this conversation a couple of days ago. Actually, we were talking about, I don't know, something came up in the news. Somebody thought a drug dealer being done. She was like, "It's probably cheaper to do drugs now than buy the vinyl that you buy throughout the week." Going, "Oh, I got another delivery coming in." But yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
We got the podcast. Talk about the podcast, mate.
Yeah, tonight our podcast comes out. Two guys talking about records. We have a gentleman who's been podcasting for 22 years, and it's back to the 80s, and his podcast just themed about the 80s. He does. He's part of a cruise, these 80s cruises that they have. They're on their 10th one. He has interviewed so many different artists on his channel, people from the 80s, whether it be musicians, movies, or TV stars. So he just wrote a book. And so he came on and we just had a wonderful conversation. This guy was great. His stories are phenomenal as he's talked with all these people. So super interesting. It was just probably I think one of our best podcasts we've done. It was so interesting with this guy. Steve Spears is his name. So there was two Steves, which got confusing for Jim. Steve, yes, one of those things. But otherwise, I don't know. I usually put out 2 other videos during the week, and as usual, I don't have a clue what it is until, you just wait for inspiration. So far, I'm kind of don't know. We'll see.
I really enjoyed the podcast you did with that guy who works in the music industry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's from the distribution side. Yeah, it's a whole different look at the industry. What we do.
It kind of took you backstage, kind of how things run and distribute into record shops. I really enjoyed that one. I think I sent you a message going, "That was epic."
Yeah, it was. He's a very nice guy. We way back when we had him on a long time ago when there was just audio only, and so this was fun. Yeah, that was a good one.
Cool. Everybody go and check it out. I'll put the link to Radio Wasteland down below so you can go and check it out. It's an amazing podcast. Even Liz goes to me, "Okay, I'll listen because it's Steve," but literally stop watching.
Tell Liz I really appreciate Liz.
So yeah, she's literally going, "Can we watch anything else except for the VC?" Even she says VC. That's cool. Joe, let's talk, mate. You've got a game show. Come on.
Yeah, for those that aren't aware, it's called Racer Joe's Rock and Roll Jeopardy, which was thought of by my lovely wife Joanne. Came up with that, so it's exactly what it sounds like. It's Rock and Roll Jeopardy. We just can't call it that, so we call it Jeopardy. Every second Wednesday night. It was last Wednesday. It will be in a couple of Wednesdays. 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, which is a little late, but it follows my main show, which is with Rob and Daryl and I, live from the basement, which goes from 8 until 10 Eastern again on every Wednesday. And then we go every second Wednesday afterwards. And 3 contestants. We have a new champion after the last one. Oh, spoiler alert. For those that, you guys have all watched it. But for those that are going to watch it based on hearing about it, spoiler alert, but you don't know. Anyway, and it's fun. I think it's fun to play along. I think it's fun to be on if somebody wants to come on and participate as well. So questions are not crazy hard, but I think it's fun. I hope it's fun. I think it's fun to watch. I hope it's fun to be the host of anyway. So there's that. But yeah,
cool. It was quite funny the other week. He asked the Stereophonics question. It's like I would have known that one.
There's always going to be something that somebody knows. Oh, I know that one, right? There's going to be a bunch maybe that people don't know. But like I said, there was 3 Canadians on the panel, and they couldn't get the Rush question the other day for 3 smart Canadian guys. But Richard got it. Exactly. So there you go.
Cool.
There you go. So yeah, every second Wednesday, not this coming one, depending on when you watch this, anyway, just check on my channel or check on Rob's channel. It's on there as well. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate you letting me give it the plug. And then the shop's good. The shop only applies to people that that live in the Regina and or surrounding area. And you, I know you watch as well, so it's good. And on my own, I haven't done a whole bunch. I did a few things in the last little while. I actually did a few things in the last little while. So yeah, all over the place, having fun.
So my key is just to send Joe stuff so he's got to review it on his own channel.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Pushing him in direction. For myself, because the job I'm doing now, I'm traveling a lot. So I thought, do you know what? Screw it. I may as well do videos of where and what I'm doing out and about. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing.
I love those.
I'll watch them. Yeah. I mean, for sure. It's great. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have said to me, send me messages on Facebook, Instagram, or on the comments going, I love this, Chris. This is brilliant. I want more of this. Kind of, instead of going, this is what I picked up kind of thing. I'm showing you the town. I'm showing you kind of
Exactly.
the area and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm enjoying it, to be honest. But I'll do another one this week. And then wherever I'm going to be the following week. And I'll just keep doing that until people go, no more, please, for the love of God. I don't care anymore. But
Nope.
we'll go. I'd like to thank all my guests this evening. Richard, Joe, Steve, thank you so much for joining us, because I know it's going crazy and Steve's probably got an emergency going on his mobile phone, but I do really appreciate it. I'd like to thank everybody who's left comments this evening on the live stream. Everybody's going to watch this later. I really do appreciate it. As you know, I'm not doing so many live streams because I'm traveling a lot, but when you do tune in, I do really appreciate it. I will put a description below of every single channel. Go and check them out. Go and subscribe. They've got an amazing channel, really educational, and they will cost you a lot of money. So from me, from Steve, from Joe, and from Richard, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Good evening.